Sorry. Give me your phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Cailin and Frank Radigan and Tina and John Dimitriadis, it's my pleasure to welcome you to just one of Vermont's many big Greek and Irish weddings. Today's ceremony isn't going to follow the conventions of Catholic or Orthodox traditions per se, those traditions that produced Cailin and Evan, but it'll nonetheless result in the official, spiritual, and legal connection that these two began forming over a decade ago. Before we begin, I want Cailin and Evan to turn and look at this crowd. All these faces are here just for you two. These people love you. They're here because they believe in this. They're excited to watch you succeed in a new chapter. And so to you friends and loved ones, trust that these two are so thankful for your journey here from wherever it is you come, so that you could be a part of their moment, even though the stress of the last 2 days led them both privately to admit to me that they hate all of you. And Mr. and Mrs. Radigan, thank you so much for your hard work in preparing such a beautiful place for this event, notwithstanding the rain, which is known to be a good luck charm for a marriage. And Radigan and Dimitriadis clans, I want you to really get to know each other today. Because through the bride and groom, you are all now connected in one huge extended family. So let's get started so we can get to the toasts and we can get loose. And all I ask is that you be responsible, because there is so much alcohol here that I'm legitimately concerned the suppliers could end up being charged with manslaughter. I'd like to think that I was there at the dawn of Cailin and Evan's relationship in 2004. So we're talking over 10 years. And as has been presented to me, they met at a party, one of many that Evan would have at his apartment in Latham. And they talked that night in a conversation that has extended and lasted for over a decade. So the question then is, you already got a decade under your belt, why are you getting married? And is happily ever after consistent with till death do us part? The answer will be a product not just of the affection that binds you now, but of the choices you make tomorrow and every day thereafter for the rest of your lives. The church, the state, Hollywood, everyone here, you all supply your perspective on what a marriage should be. But the veterans among us will tell you all the same thing, which is that you need to make it up as you go along. So make it your first priority, the bedrock of your identity and ambitions, the safe place from which you can hope and dream. In a moment, you will be spouses, and your happiness will and must be each other's first responsibility, and never quit at that. In 1 Peter, Psalm 4, verse 8, it said in the Bible, above all, keep loving one another earnestly, since love covers a multitude of sins. Which is to say that where there is love, there is a way. Perhaps the only way. And 1 Corinthians, Psalm 13, verses 2 and 3 says, if I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and surrender my body to the flames, but have nothing, and not love, then I can gain nothing. So the Bible is helpful. But you are the only authorities on what will forever make your marriage the place that you call home. And that's what you're building today. You're building a home. So marriage cannot be about sacrifice. It has to be of your dreams, your wants, and yourself. Marriage should encourage and facilitate those very things. And your relationship has always been to do with what you please. And for 10 years, your decisions have time and again led you back to one another. So now we're going to do the vows. And since I just pulled this out, that's like checkbox number 1 of my responsibilities.
As lovely as possible. From the beginning, I knew it was you. I knew there was no end for us. I knew one day you would get my vows. My vow to always love you. My vow that from this day forward, I will not walk alone. I will be by your side, giving you everything that I have and everything that I need. And keeping me so happy. You made me the person I always wanted to be. You made my life everything that I hoped it to be. And I promise I will spend the rest of my life making you as happy as you made me.
Follow that one, bro.
Don't match your shoulder.
Wish you guys had front row seats to that one. Cailin and Evan, as your wedding kicks off your 10th anniversary together, revel in the notion that you have already proven your capacity for commitment. That I'm standing here is just a formality to give you more favorable tax advantages. There will be dishes, and laundry, and children and bills, distractions and desires and disagreements over previously unfathomable degrees of excruciating minutia. But remember that the person you're marrying today was once the most intriguing person you'd ever met. That who you are now was not who you were when you first got married. When those first sparks of attraction flared. And it's not who you will be when you arrive at the twilight of your life to reflect on a path that you two forged together. Your interests and ambitions and personalities will evolve, but as long as you keep exploring one another, you'll keep rediscovering the ever-changing individual that you guys call your spouse. 1 Corinthians, Psalm 13, verse 4. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. So those who know you aren't worried. You've shown us that you don't just tolerate or understand each other, which in your case in itself would be a feat, but that you actually celebrate the deepest dreams of your spouse, no matter how far-fetched they may at first seem. I know you two will fall in love over and over again with the person who's growing up right beside you. So let's do this. Evan, you take Cailin to be your lawfully wedded wife. You promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her in sickness and in health, for better or worse, for as long as you both shall live. Cailin, do you take Evan to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him in sickness and in health, for better or worse, for as long as you both shall live? The Greek Orthodox tradition quotes St. Paul in his epistle to the Ephesians. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourisheth and cherisheth it. And for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. I'll put a finer point on it. Any of you guys cause Cailin comparison. Any of you guys cause 2 rings, but 1 love. So today, Cailin and Evan unite 2 communities of friends and relatives to build a network of support for the family these 2 are becoming. We all wish you a lifetime full of romance and a true awareness of each other's souls. As was sung in the Song of Solomon, my lover is mine and I am his. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for his love is more delightful than wine. And we have a lot of wine. And so, by the authority vested in me by the quaint state of Vermont, I now pronounce Evan and Cailin husband and wife.
Oh my God.